A solid cold calling script is vital to your success when trying to sell your product or service. Guys, today I'm going to be running through how to write your own cold calling script for your business, regardless of your industry. Now, we're going to be focusing mainly on B2B, so selling business to business products or services, just because that's where my experience lies with my corporate sales jobs and with my current marketing agency. But you will be able to adapt the strategies in this video to write your own script for a B2C company as well, so business to consumer or to customer. So guys, before we get into this, make sure you are subscribed to this channel with your notification bell turned on, and let's get started with this video. Okay, so this video comes as a follow-up to the previous video we just uploaded, which was cold calling techniques that really work. You can click the link up above. Do it after this video though, because you don't need to watch it before this. We essentially went through tips and strategies to really master cold calling as a skill and become an expert on the phone. We went through the mindset, went through the pre-call, the whole lot. So make sure you check that out if you haven't done already. So cold calling, we're going to be going through the script, and yeah, this is the biggie. Getting this script right it's the secret, it's the key, it's the fundamental, it's the core to success in cold calling. Cold calling's been around for years and years and years. It's the OG of outreach. And these days it really wants to be used as part of a multi-platform strategy. So you want to use cold calling as one of your outreach strategies in your bigger picture sales process. So the script is one of them things that people are like, do I need a script? Do I not need a script? It's going to make me robotic. It's going to make me sound like a salesperson. I'm going to have to hold it in front of me. It's going to limit me. And the misconception that you need to get out of your mind, okay, the common conception that people have about scripts is that it's this physical piece of paper that they're going to be holding in front of them. That's not what I want you to do at all. I want you to memorize this script. I don't want you to be walking about holding this piece of paper, reading from it. I want you to treat it as if it was a monologue in drama in high school. We've all done their monologues, okay, in drama. Okay, you learn that script. I remember I did it in my first corporate sales job. I used to be terrible beforehand. I would shake in the office, like walking around with my piece of paper. I took it home one night, pretended I was like learning one of my drama scripts. I would like read a bit, then cover it up, read a bit until you learn the entire thing. Once you actually learn it and you internalize it, that is when you can truly master the tonality, because that's when you understand why you're saying what you're saying and not just what you're saying on a piece of paper, okay? That is when you separate yourself from all of the other salespeople that sound robotic, that sound salesy, and that struggle to close. In fact, learning my script was one of the things that got me promoted in the first 3 weeks of working for my first telesales company. I just started off as a meeting setter, and I wasn't allowed to do any closing at all. It had like this kind of hierarchy. And I just so happened to be setting a meeting outside my managing director's office. This is a true story. The guy's name is Kieran Chapter. You can check it out on LinkedIn. He was my managing director at the time. And I'd done my call outside of his office, and he recognised that I wasn't holding my script. I internalised it, and that impressed him so much that I was the youngest person in that company to be promoted to a sales manager, and I was allowed to close on my own deals. And that caused an absolute uproar in the company. But I used my initiative. Why not, okay? And that is what really separates good salespeople from average salespeople, is that internalization of their sales script and the ability to master their tonality and the way that they execute their script. And we're not going to call it a script, it's the structure, okay? It's the framework, it's the blueprint. So what are the 5 things that you need to have on your sales script? Now, it goes without saying you need to have all of the pre-call stuff in place first. You need to make sure you're prospecting correctly. You know the name of the person you're speaking to. You've got some kind of unique information about that business that you're actually calling up. So it's not really a cold call, it's a little bit warmer, like we went through in our previous video. Again, you can watch that after this. But the 5 things that you want to include in your cold calling script, in any cold calling script, number 1, and we'll list them here and we'll come back to them and break them down one by one. Number 1 is having some kind of diffusion. We want to diffuse the business owner right away. We then want to have an introduction, so a quick introduction to ourselves. We then want to have a why, so why we're actually calling. We then want to qualify, so we want to ask some pre-qualification questions. This isn't always necessary. And then finally, number 5, we want to say what it is we actually want from this person. So those are the 5 things. Let's break them down one by one now. Starting off with number 1. which is some kind of diffusion. We want to diffuse the person we are speaking to. The biggest mistake that I see in so many sales scripts, when I get sales scripts sent over to me and people are like, can you check this out for me? The biggest mistake is when I see someone say, like, hey John, how are you doing? Hey, how's your day going? Like this fake rapport building. Like, you don't care how their day is. You don't care like what they're up to or how they're doing. You don't know the person you're calling. They don't care if you care about that. Hey, it's just this fake like facade of niceness, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't wash, because every salesperson thinks that they should say that to build rapport, although it's not building genuine rapport at all. You're saying it to absolutely everybody. Hey, how are you doing? It's just false conversation, and it doesn't need to be in there. In fact, the best thing for you to do is to diffuse them on the thing that they're worried about the most, and that's you wasting their time. They do not want their time wasted. They get pitched all time. If you're in business to business, these people you're calling up, they are getting pitched day in, day out. You better believe that. So that's one of them things you need to recognize. How can I separate myself from everybody else which is calling that person up? So diffuse them right away and diffuse them on time. You could say something like, hey John, I know you're busy, so am I, so I'll be quick. Or hey John, have I caught you in the middle of something? Right? You can ask that question. You could almost be a little bit of a role reversal, because no normal salesperson would ask somebody, have I caught you in the middle of something? So they can then potentially give you an objection. Actually, it works the other way around. It then proves that you have respect for them, and therefore they're going to trust you a lot more and be more inclined to give you their time, because you should be grateful of the time of someone that you don't know. So make sure you diffuse them right away. You don't bother about that fake small talk. Number 2 is our introduction. We want to say who we are, where we're from, and what our company actually does. Keep this really short, no waffle. And this is the whole kind of theme of how your cold calling script should be in this day and age. Gone are the days of these A4 pieces of paper, this long script where you could just get away with like pitching someone over the phone, like for about 5 minutes without them saying anything. It doesn't work. You need to make sure you're not waffling, you get straight to the point, and you respect that person you're speaking to. So you can say something like, so my name's Jordan, I'm the managing director of the Affluent Agency, and I help restaurants get more clients per month using social media. Or my name's Jordan, I own Affluent, and I help e-commerce companies get more clients per month using social media ads. So you can say something which is relevant to you. That's for me for a marketing agency. But make sure it is relevant to you, who you are, where you're from, and exactly what you do. In just one sentence. It doesn't need to be longer than that. We're then going to say why we actually called. So what is the reason we called? And this is where we want to introduce some kind of personal touch. We want to say something which says to that person that we have only called up them. That they're not just one part of some big Excel spreadsheet, okay? So what information can we dig up on them? Can we say something that's relevant if we're selling like some sales CRM software? Maybe we know how many people they have on their sales floor. Maybe we know what their sales figures are currently like. We drop something in there to let them know we've done our due diligence. I always struggle with that. And that we're not just calling up 1,000 companies, even if you are, okay? But the key is it looks personal, or it sounds personal to them. So as a marketing agency, I could say something like, I was on your Facebook profile earlier and I noticed you're running ads at the moment, but ... Come on guys, for US MMA vultures, I'm not going to give you my full cold call script right now. You can click the link in the description if you want it, go get a copy of the 15-minute agency. But for the rest of you, you want to highlight something unique to them, okay? I was on your Facebook profile earlier and I noticed that new range you brought out recently. How's that going? I noticed your season 2020, how's that going, okay? You can ask them a question about their product or their service, something unique to them. Or I saw the yoga picture on your profile earlier. I tried yoga this morning, it didn't go too well. Just build some kind of rapport. This is your chance to build some rapport with the business owner. But you're telling them why it is you're actually called, but you could drop something in there to let them know, like a little bit off tangent conversation to let them know that you've actually done your research on them. Or you could just simply say something which is unique to them. Hey, I saw you running some ads at the moment. I've seen that retargeting ad. That's a really nice copy you've got going on there. But actually, ... the rest of your script, and you can tell them what it is you can do to improve on that for them. Give them a compliment. This is my tip. If you're offering a service-based business, give them a compliment on something unique to them, personal to them, and then you can serve them up the fact that you can improve it. You don't want to go straight in. The big mistake I see people making is go straight in, all guns blazing. You're doing something wrong. It's going to put them on the back foot. They're going to feel like, no, I'm not. I'm absolutely fine. I don't know who you are, mate. Why are you wasting my time on the phone? I don't need to speak to you. Bye. Like, move on. They don't care. You need to make sure if you are going to deliver criticism to somebody, you deliver it with a compliment as well. You make them feel good, you serve them up a shit sandwich like school. You make them feel good, you then give them some kind of criticism, and then at the end of the call, you're going to make them feel good again. You're going to offer them something that they really, really want. So that is your why, okay? Why is it you're actually calling, and how can you make this unique to them? What can you add in there, in your sales pitch, something unique about them, which makes them feel personal, like you've personally outreached to them. So then we have number 4, which is qualification. Now at this point, we can ask them a question to qualify whether they are suitable for our service. For example, if we are a marketing agency, we could ask them, what is your current marketing strategy? Or have you run ads before? Or have you used Facebook ads before? And you're asking them a question to pre-qualify whether they are actually a suitable client for you. You're going to make them think about whether they want your product or your service before you've even offered it to them. Now, as I said, you don't always need to do this. There'll be instances when you already know that this person is qualified. They're already really keen. You think that the conversation is going well, and you're pretty sure that you can get out of them what you want to get out of them, okay? And majority of the times if it's B2B, it's going to be getting some kind of a meeting with them, some kind of a follow-up call so you can actually close them. I wouldn't recommend you selling on a cold call if you're B2B. People need warming up. Businesses, you can't just jump into bed with someone, okay? So you want to arrange some kind of a meeting with them. But on the flip side, if that person is like, they're a bit standoffish, they don't really sound interested, like when they answer the phone, they sounded like, what? Like, you might want to dig deeper, okay? You might want to try and get some kind of conversation out of them, build some kind of rapport with them, and so hence ask them a question about their business, about whether they are doing something that you provide for them already, okay? If you're doing sales CRM, going back to that, asking them, what's your CRM system look like at the moment? Ask them a question which makes them think about your product before you actually deliver it to them on the actual call. So that is number 4, that's qualification. Number 5 is our what. What do we actually want? We could transition to the what just by saying something like, so the reason for my call is ... I want to see if you've got 10 to 15 minutes over the next couple of days or so I can share some ideas with you, so I can do this, so I can talk you through this, so I can talk through how this works, so I can see whether we're a good fit for each other. That's a good one to say. So I can see whether we're a good fit for each other. That's a nice bit of psychology in there. And the key of why that actually works, and I've used this in many sales scripts before, is you're almost dequalifying somebody. You're almost saying, well, you might not be the kind of person that we want to work with. One thing that we've introduced into our sales pitches before is, I'm only looking to take on 1 or 2 new clients this month, or I only have the capacity to take on 1 new e-commerce client this month. And so then it's like, I want to be that person. I want that. And you create that scarcity and that desire. Again, something we covered in our previous cold calling techniques video. Scarcity is something which makes people want to buy from you. You can introduce that into your script somewhere by saying to them, by dequalifying them, right? You've got either a qualification or a dequalification. So, well, we're only looking to take on 1 or 2 new clients this month. Well, I want to see over the next couple of days if you're free for 10 to 15 minutes so we can see whether we're a good fit for each other. And in which case they're going to be like, well, yeah, obviously I'm a good fit for this company. Like, what do you mean? Why wouldn't I be a good fit? Let's have this call and let's see if I am, okay? It's that reverse psychology and it works really, really well. But getting back to the task at hand, number 5 is the what. It is what we actually want from this call, okay? Do we want to sell them our service? Do we want to have a meeting with them? And then you go ahead and actually arrange all the technicalities. Now, the majority of the time, these calls aren't going to go the way you want them. That's just the way it is. That's just sales. You don't always get a plain sailing yes without any hiccups. You're going to get some kind of objection. This is a numbers game. But an objection is not a rejection. It's just a request for more information. Remember that, okay? Any good salesperson will push back on an objection. The majority of the meetings we have at our marketing agency is when we push back on some kind of request for more information, okay? So for example, if somebody says to us, well, I don't have the time. This is a really common one, I like this one. So when are you going to have the time to increase your sales? When are you going to have the time to increase your client base? I thought you just told me you want to expand your business. When are you going to have the time to do that? Okay, so you don't have the time now, that's fine. What about tomorrow? What about next week? That's a good one. Like, okay, you don't have the time right now, well, what about tomorrow? And that's just one objection that you can get. I mean, what about I'm not interested? That's again, it's like, I'm not interested. Okay, fine, well, I presume you're making a lot of money from Facebook ads at the moment. Well, no, I'm not. Well, why would you not be interested in making more money from a new source? Well, I presume that your CRM system is on point right now. Well, actually, so why would you not be interested in streamlining your CRM system? I just want to share 15 minutes with you over the next couple of days. What have you got to lose? Something I've said many times. What have you got to lose? I just want to share some ideas with you for 10 to 15 minutes over the next couple of days. What have you got to lose by that? Exactly. They haven't got nothing to lose. You just overcome these objections. And the best way to do this, I can't give you every single objection for any possible scenario right now, because people watching this are going to be from all different industries. So the best thing to do, as I went through in the techniques video, is to write down every possible objection that you could get, or over 100 cold calls. Just write down every objection that you're getting, and then write down an answer next to that. And over time, you're going to master objections. You need to make sure, just in like with outreach, the secret is in the follow-up. The success is in the follow-up, right? It's not in the initial outreach. It's the exact same for cold calling, where the success is in the objection handling. You don't get it first time. And if you give up on the first hurdle, you don't deserve the sale or the meeting in the first place. You need to push back again and again and again and again until that person doesn't want you on the phone anymore. Because you don't want to just burn a lead with an objection, and there's just a request for more information, a really simple, easy request for more information that you could have given them. So make sure you always, always, always push back on objections. Now, once you've actually written out your script and you've internalized it, you've learned it, I've got a huge tip for you. This is a massive one. This will help me improve my sales etiquette more than anything else. That was recording my cold calls. Record your cold calls over a period of like 7 to 14 days and judge them, critique them. Even better, have other people critique them. Judge the way that you are pronouncing and delivering every single word, every single sentence, and play with it over time and continue recording it. And over a period of a month or 2 months, you're really going to master your own script, because you're going to be able to listen to it subjectively. When you're saying things, you're not actually hearing what the other person is hearing. You're only hearing what you're saying in your own voice, and you're actually thinking about what you're going to say next, and so you're not actually paying attention to what's really coming out of your mouth. And so the only way to truly judge that is by recording yourself. It's super uncomfortable, but it's where you're going to see the most growth in your sales delivery. So guys, I'm going to finish this video. That gives you enough to go on to create your cold calling script. I hope you've got a ton of value from this. If you have, then please drop me down a comment below and let me know. And in fact, let me know your best tips on cold calling scripts, and I'm going to do a giveaway, okay? Next video, we're going to do a giveaway. I'll give a coaching call away to someone, and I need to announce the winner from this week's video, last week. So let me just get that up right now. That is scary. This is a prime example. I've got this company which has cold called me twice today. It's from Kingsland, 01553887609, okay? Actually, it was an 8 on the last number. Someone go spam call this company. I don't want, stop cold calling me, and they call me up and it's one of those automated cold calling systems. It's like the worst thing ever. They need to watch this video. It's scary that that's just come up. Right. Let's get up this video from last week, and I will pick a winner for coaching call from last week's video. So Danny Kim, okay, Danny Kim, he's trying to get to the point where I am, and hopefully we can get in touch in a couple of months. We don't have to get in touch in a couple of months, man. We can get in touch this week. So the team are going to reach out to you. We can jump on a call and we can go through everything you're working on right now and how we can best serve you and help you improve and increase your success within your marketing agency. So guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you've had a ton of value from it. As I said, we'll be doing another giveaway. Make sure your notification bell is turned on, because we do these giveaways within the first couple of days of a video being released, so you'll miss out on it if you don't see the video as soon as it is out. Cool, that's the end of this video. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. I've never done that. That's cool. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Cheers.